with you. You know me, #1 best-selling author, motivational speaker, certified life coach. So I want to share a story with you about stress. You know, I know a lot of us are tired of being tired. A lot of us are at the end of the road. A lot of us is feeling like enough is enough. But we have a tendency of allowing stress to creep into our life. Stress will creep into our life and start dictating which road we should take. So I just want to share a story with you where today I got a phone call and the information that I received wasn't the information I wanted to hear. Right? Life is crazy. Life shows up. But the information I received was not the information I was looking for, that I wanted to hear. First, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your life and your schedule to spend this moment with me. Right? So the information that I received wasn't the information that I wanted to hear. So I started saying to myself what I'm going to do about it. I started figuring out, well, maybe I need to do this, maybe I need to do that to correct the situation. And as I was thinking of these things, the topic is stress. Stress kills. And this is personal. This is personal, so personal. As I'm starting to put together situations to rectify the information I just found out, I hear a knock at the door. I hear a knock at the door. And I go to the door and I listen. And I say, who is it? And they're still knocking at the door. And I say, who is it? And they say, it's me. It's me. When I say, well, who's me? Stress. It's me, stress. Open the door. It's me, stress. Open the door. Now, I know a little bit about stress. As you can see, the left side of my face is paralyzed because I thought I was having a stroke. Come to find out, it was Bell palsy. It was my mind, my body, and my spirit telling me enough is enough. Let no one else tell you what Bell palsy is caused by. I'm here to tell you it's caused by stress because I was trying to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. So let me get back to the knock at the door. So yeah, they say, it's me. Open the door. It's stress. Yeah, I know you. But it wasn't time for me to open the door. I had to step back, right, and look at the situation for what it is. I had to step back to say to myself, the information you just received is part of the process. The journey that you're on, it's part of the process. The information you just received is part of the process. But I was about to allow myself to become distracted by stress. And stress can creep up in so many different ways. You know, I know a lot of people out there are going through things that they are going through. I know people are going through sicknesses, laid off from work, dealing with co-workers. People are dealing with a whole lot of stress. But you have to say to yourself, enough is enough. I thank you and I appreciate you for joining me and taking time out of your moment, out of your life to spend this moment with me. I appreciate you for the hearts also. But as I was talking about, we have to say to ourselves, enough is enough when it comes to stress. Stress kills. Trust me. Stress told me, and stress was warning me, that if you don't get it together, I'll do it for you. If you don't get it together, I'll do it for you. I know you are tired of crying yourself to sleep at night. I know you are tired of trying to figure out the bills that you are dealing with. But now you have to start saying to yourself what I'm going to do about it. Because if you continue to go on this path this year, next year, what do you think is going to occur? What do you think is going to happen? Stress is no friend of yours. Stress is no friend of mine. Stress is selfish. Stress has its own game plan. And the only outcome is have you laying somewhere in a ditch. This is the truth, because I was too close to it. This is personal. Trust me. Stress will kill. Stress will kill you. Stress will affect your whole family, just like cancer. Stress is a disease that will try to contain you. It will try to contain you. It will stop you and become a distraction from your goals, from your vision, from your blueprint. You better take this personal. Trust me. Stress kills. But you can rectify the situation and start saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to get out of the situation that you're in? Everything you're going through right now is all temporary. It's all temporary. Stress wants you to believe that this is going to last forever. You know, I think of this song by Mary, the gospel group, and it says in the song, I know the rodeo may seem long, but I encourage you to hold on. I know you hear me, but are you listening? I know the rodeo may seem long, but I encourage you to hold on. I encourage you to hold on. I encourage you to encourage yourself. When no one else is around and when stress is knocking on your shoulders, when stress is knocking at your door and saying, open the door, let me in, you have to encourage yourself when no one else is around. See, stress tried to distract me today from my blueprint. Stress tried to distract me today from my game plan. But I had to step back and say to myself, let it play itself out. Let it play itself out. Don't get in the way. Because I was ready to get in the way. I was going to try to figure it out on my own. But I had to step back and look at the landscape. I had to step back and look at the landscape and say, let it play itself out. Don't interfere with the blueprint. This is personal. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Look at me. Look at me. I'm telling you, do not allow stress to creep into your life. And if it tries to, you have to be alert enough to say, not here, not today, not now. Not here, not today, not now. Whatever you are going through right now, you're bigger than that. Whatever you are going through right now, you are bigger than that. You are bigger than any problem you may be dealing with right now. Every time a tear drops from my eye, it reminds me of the Bell palsy that I still have. It is a reminder that I cannot allow stress to enter my life. It is a reminder that the peace of mind is mine. The peace of mind is yours. You have to maintain that peace of mind, no matter what is going on, no matter what is occurring in your life. You know, I was talking to someone recently, if you don't mind me sharing this story with you, right? I was speaking to someone recently, and she began to tell me that she doesn't have any more hope. Wow. That just stops me in my tracks. She doesn't have any more hope. She's ran out of hope. Right? That's just stress talking to her. That's stress telling her to give up. But see, hope is there. Because if you're above ground, you're winning. If you're breathing, you're winning. So hope is there. If you're looking at this video right now, that means you have a shot at whatever it is you are looking forward to, that whatever it is you are creating. If you're trying to become an entrepreneur, go get it. If you're trying to become a motivational speaker, go get it. If you're trying to become a designer, go get it. You know, I know a quote from Ayn Rand, and it says something about the question isn't, are they going to let me in? The question is, who's not going to let me? And I may be paraphrasing a little bit, but you have to start asking the right questions and the answers will come. Anyone can ask a question, but you have to start asking the right questions and the answers will come. Pay attention. Stress kills, and this is personal. Stress kills, and this is personal. I've seen so many people just give up because stress was on their shoulders talking to them, telling them, you can't do it. You should stay in the relationship that you're in, even though it's not helping you grow. You should stay in the business that you're in, even though it's not helping you grow. Right? Stress is a distraction. I have tools in my book. I know you hear me, but are you listening? That will show you how to relieve stress, to get stress out of your life. You know, you have to really get to a point, as I did myself and as I continue to do. I had to get to a point in my life where I had to start eliminating the stress out of my life. I had to start limiting my access to stress, start limiting my access to bad energy, to people that would bring stress around. The naysayers in your life, this is stress. The stress that they carry and they're trying to share it with you. The stress that they are carrying, they are trying to share it with you. Stress is contagious, and stress kills. But enough of that. What I need you to do is start to show your true colors. You know, it's like that song, one of the songs that I love by Cyndi Lauper, I see your true colors. I see your true colors shining through. I love that song. It's time for you to start showing your true colors. All this time, what you've been doing haven't been working, right? All this time, what you have been doing has been accompanied by stress. So now it's time to start showing your true colors. Show the world how bright you are. Show the world your glow. Show the world who you were born to be. It's time for you to get out of your own way. I can't say it any simple. It's time for you to get out of your own way. It's time for you to say goodbye to stress and say hello to the new me. New year, new you. It's time to say goodbye to the stress in your life and the people that are carrying the stress around you. It's time for you to say goodbye to the stress and say goodbye to these people or these things. It's time for you to start saying hello to the new you. You know me, Darryl Bumpass, #1 best-selling author, motivational speaker, and certified life coach. I thank you and I appreciate you for taking time out of your life and your schedule to spend this moment with me. Stress kills. Take this personal. Trust me. Stress kills. Take it personal. So yeah, you have to start showing your true color. You did it all these years. You try to do it on your own. You try to do it on your own. All I can say now is, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Look in that mirror and ask yourself that question. When you get up in the morning, when you finish watching this video, when you're walking over to the next mirror that you walk across, look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. How am I treating myself? Ask yourself that question. How am I treating myself? If you can't answer that, we need to talk. We need to talk. Stress kills. Take it personal. Stress is no friend of yours. Stress is no friend of mine. So we have to start saying goodbye to stress. When they knocked on the door earlier today, and I go to the door and I say, who is it? And they said, it's me. They said it's me as if I'm supposed to be used to them. They said it's me as if I'm supposed to be used to him. They said it's me as if I'm supposed to be used to her. When I say, who is it? They said, it's me, stress. Open the door. Nah, it's not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not right now. Because I know what stress can do to you. So it's time for you to say goodbye to stress. As of right now, it's time for you to say goodbye to stress. Whatever you are going through in your life right now, you have to say to yourself, it's temporary. This will not last. I know the rodeo might seem long, but I encourage you to hold on. I know the rodeo might seem long, but I encourage you to hold on. I encourage you to hold on. It's time to say goodbye to stress. Apparently, there's a serious disconnect when our thoughts are saying to ourselves, our thoughts are saying we want this in life, but our actions are saying we're going to do this in life. That's a serious disconnect, people. There's a serious disconnect there. You want your actions to complement your thoughts. I posted a post this morning on Instagram, and I said to people, you look good this morning. And if no one's told you that today, let me say it to you right now. You look good. And the reason why I say this is because your outside should be complementing your inside. I love this thing that I do. I love this thing that I do. What I do is I inspire people to fall in love with themselves and to fall in love with life. I love this thing that I do. So I want you to start falling in love with yourself. If you're happy, I want you to become happier. I want you to start falling in love with yourself and start to fall in love with life. Life is good. Life is great. Life is easy. We make it hard. Let's stop making it hard. Let's start making it hard. We can't take time for granted. We can't take life for granted. The minute that we begin to waste time on stress, that's a minute taken from our life that we can be experiencing the love that we have for ourselves. When you love yourself, you can love others. But you got to be honest with yourself first. You have to be honest with yourself first. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So yeah, I want you to start to fall in love with yourself. I want you to start taking time for yourself. You deserve it. I believe in you. But you only got one life. You only have one life, and it's all or nothing. You don't want to live a little bit. There's so much life out there. There's so much life that is waiting for you. When you decide enough is enough, I need to go and experience what I was born to do. I need to go and see the things that I want to see. I need to go and do the things that I want to do. It feels so good when you can step into your passion. But you have to be honest with yourself to find out what your passion is. And it may take some sacrifice, but that's okay, because it's all part of the process. And the process equals and runs parallel to progress. Again, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. And what I'm talking about is I need you to start falling in love with yourself. In my book, We Need to Talk, I have tips that I share with you on how you fall in love with yourself, how to create the life that you really want. No, I'm sorry, to create the life that you deserve. You know, after compromising, haven't you compromised enough? Haven't you compromised enough? Haven't you compromised to a point so much that you are living someone else's life? Come on. At what point do we start saying enough is enough? At what point does compromise just takes over? I need you to start falling in love with yourself. Why don't you think you deserve it? You deserve it. If you look in the mirror and ask yourself a question, how am I treating myself? Ask yourself the question, am I making progress? If you're not, we need to talk. You can visit my website, darrylbumpersenior.com. You want to book me for speaking engagements? darrylbumpersenior.com. But listen, you have to start being honest with yourself. Why am I doing the same things that I did 5 years ago and not making any progress? It's okay though. Look at me. Look at me. I've been there. Whatever you may be experiencing, trust me, I've been there. But now I can say, life is good, life is great. Life is good, life is great. Puedo hacerle una pregunta. Can I ask you a question? How are you treating yourself? Yeah. Whatever you may be going through, I've been there. I've seen my father pass away from cancer. Have people, many of you know that I've already mentioned. Left side of my face paralyzed. I've been through up and downs. I've made money and I've lost money. I'm no different than you. I'm no different than you. But if I can do it, you can do it. What I tell my clients, when they come to me, the first thing I say to them is, help me help you help someone else. What I say to my clients, my life coaching clients, help me help you help someone else. Yeah, that's it. Let's get it. But you have to fall in love with yourself first before you can help anyone else. You know, as I stated before, how can you meet someone and say that you love them and you don't even love yourself yet? How can you display the affection of love when you haven't even shown it to yourself yet? Let's be honest. I don't want to go on talking about stress. I just wanted to get your attention. Yeah, I just wanted to get your attention. I need you to start treating yourself much better than you are treating yourself today. If you're treating yourself good, I want you to start treating yourself great. Every time you ask that question, how am I treating myself? We want that answer to be great. I know you hear me, but are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? I need you to fall in love with yourself. I need you to start treating yourself great. You deserve it. If nobody else told you, you deserve it. First of all, from where you were to where you are now, I'm proud of you. Right? If no one's ever told you that, from where you were to where you are now, to what you have accomplished, from all the things that you have been through, I'm proud of you. Because at that point, some time ago, you didn't think that you would even make it this far. And look at you. Look at you. Look at you. But I need you to be greater. If you're happy, I need you to be happier. I want you to experience the joys of falling in love with yourself. You can do and be anything you put your mind to. If you think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. If you think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You are one thought away from whatever it is that you want out of life. But if you have the stress, it's going to distract you from those thoughts. So as I did earlier today, when stress knocked on the door, I didn't open that door. I didn't open that door. I had to step back and say to myself, this is part of the process. Don't even interfere with it. Let it play itself out. Life showed up for me earlier today. And I had to decide and make a decision in which direction I was going to go. And the decision is to step aside and let the blueprint play itself out. Yeah. I have a chapter in my book called Get Out of Your Own Way, and that's what I did today. I had to get out of my own way. Before I thought of doing that, I was about to start interfering. And when that knock at the door came, and I asked, who is it? And they said, it's me. You know me, stress. That's when I knew I had to get out of the way and let the process play itself out. You know, someone asked me, what is the big picture? What is the end game? Everybody's hooked up on the end game, on the big picture. I don't care about the big picture. And we should not be really so hung up on the big picture. We should just really be enjoying the process. Because if you're so concerned about the big picture, you're going to miss out on the process. You're going to miss out of enjoying the journey. You're going to miss out on enjoying the blueprint. Stress kills. This is personal. Trust me. Stress kills. This is personal. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So yeah, I need you to ask that question. I need you to say to yourself, how am I treating myself? And if I'm repeating myself, that's okay, because I want it to actually sink in. Believe me, there's a lot of words in my book, in both of my books. There's words on YouTube, there's words on Instagram, if I'm repeating myself, that you could go and hear. But I feel like this is important, and I feel like this really needs to sink in. Because stress is not something you want to play with. Stress is not something you want to play with. Stress is not a game. Stress will creep up on you. And you won't even realize what is occurring. I thought I was having a toothache. The left side of my face is twisted this way. And I'm thinking I'm having a toothache. And I'm trying to guess, trying to figure out what it is. And I go to the doctors and they're telling me they're not really sure. It might be a stroke, but it wasn't a stroke. And come to find out it was Bell palsy. Or it is Bell palsy, because as you can see, it's still paralyzed. But it's still a reminder of not to play with stress. So I say this to you. The doors is open. The doorway to a peace of mind is open. Are you going to walk through it? The doors is open. The doorway to a peace of mind is now open. Are you going to walk through it? I know you hear me, but are you listening? Are you listening? I'd like to invite you to my event, January 9th, live in New York, one of the greatest motivational events you'll ever be at. You can go to eventbrite.com to register, or you can go to darrylbumpassenior.com. Again, I thank you and I appreciate you for taking time out of your life and your schedule to spend this moment with me. Peace.